Oh, the Nintendo. Where do I even begin? Well, in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you top picks to add to your Nintendo Entertainment System collection. Yep, this squeaky toaster has a lot of great games, and I'm going to be sharing with you some of them. So let's get started. Now, these are not necessarily my top 10 games for the system. These are just a bunch of awesome titles in no particular order. So, just because I include a certain title first, don't assume that it's my favorite or whatever. So, just almost 20 games I have. I'm definitely gonna have to split this into like two or three parts. But this is my Nintendo Entertainment Collecting Guide. Nintendo Entertainment System Collecting Guide. Yes, one of my favorite consoles to collect for. I've recently gotten into collecting for. So if you're like me and you're kind of haven't really started collecting until a little while ago, then well, this will give you some good titles to look for. Okay. Oh man, where do I even get started? Alright, the first one, as I said, no particular order, Super Mario Bros. 3. This is one of the very few games that single-handedly define the platforming genre. Not many games can create the same charm as Super Mario Bros. 3. It did everything that the original had, but it made it better. Better graphics, more colorful levels, more enemies, different, like, the Tanuki suit. It's just amazing. It didn't make any, it was just like the original, but it improved on it. I mean, it didn't take out the whole hidden power-up aspect, because there's, if not even more, hidden items and things to collect, but this is one of the very few games that single-handedly define the platforming genre. Very, very popular, one of the best Zelda games of all time, and I can see why. It's just amazing, amazing game. The next one I have picked out is Tetris. Come on, it's Tetris. Tetris is fun. Tetris is challenging. Tetris is Tetris. There's nothing much to say. It's a puzzle game where these different puzzle pieces in different colors come down, and you just match the different colors together, and they'll disappear. And you don't want the puzzle pieces to fill up too far, or else you lose. Very simple, but very addicting. It's Tetris. That's all I can really say. There's not much else to say. It's just a really fun puzzle game. That's why I had to include it on this list. The next one I have picked out is Super Mario Bros. / Duckhunt. The original. Super Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt. Duck Hunt, it's pretty fun. My Nintendo Zapper is not working. It's probably the TV I'm using. But, I play it mostly for Super Mario Brothers. I mean, it's not as fun as the third one, but hey, it's the first appearance of Mario, other than, like, Donkey Kong and a few others. This is his, like, first real game. How can you not like it? The next one I have is The Legend of Zelda. Not many games are as fun as The Legend of Zelda. Not many games have so much exploring. I mean, you can just wander around the world for hours at a time. There's just so much stuff to explore. This is one of Nintendo's real big leap into processing video games, because at the time, you had your Mario Brothers and everything else, like just side-scrolling platformers. This was different. This was a fully open world adventure game. You got to find different items in caves. There's just so much stuff to explore. I can't stress that enough. It's just amazing what they did in this game, and I'm a huge supporter of it. I know everybody says Link to the Past is better, blah blah blah. I haven't really played Link to the Past, but I can tell you, the original Legends of Zelda is fun. If you have not got this game, at least if you find it cheap, get it so you can try it. If you don't like it, that's fine, but I have a feeling you will. The next one I have is called Contra. Oh man. One of the hardest games I've ever played. Contra is so dang hard. Basically, you can do 2-player, so if you want to play 2-player, it's fine. But Contra, side-scrolling shooter, I guess, because you're these 2 Marine guys who have machine guns, and you just run along, dodge a bunch of bullets from enemy copters, or different enemy vehicles and stuff. There's just so much stuff to this game. Don't plan on beating it unless you're a really good gamer, let me say that. Very tough game. Next one, Final Fantasy. The Final Fantasy game is definitely not the best in the series, but it all boils down to this. This is one of the first RPGs there were. I mean, it may be kind of hard to get into this nowadays, because, you know, if you've played Legends of Zelda, or if you've played Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy IX, it might be kind of hard to go back and play this game, but you have to really appreciate it, because it just pretty much created the RPG genre, single-handedly. It's just a very, very great game. Not the best in the series, but it had a lot of bugs and stuff. But it's, come on, you gotta give it some slack. It was the first RPG, it was the first popular RPG, let me put it that way. The next one is Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse. I had to choose between the 3 well, I'm not sure how many there are on the system, but I chose this one just because the levels looked more interesting to me. You had better weapons. I think the new thing they added in was multi-directional whiplashes, like you could do all over the place. But you could change the direction of your whip, I'm pretty sure. Just a very great game. First, it's not as hard as the first 2. Those are incredibly challenging. But this one's still pretty difficult. Don't expect this to be easy, but another great Castlevania game. The next one is called Punchout. One of the only sports games I actually liked on the system. It looks so cool. Because you're this mini guy who in reality looks like he's the size of Mario versus these huge opponents. It's just fun to bash the crap out of them, especially when they're super big. It's really cool when you just jab them in the face and they get knocked out. It's a really fun boxing game. It's gotten very popular. Not too expensive a game either, so. The next one I have picked out is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. I had to go with 2 because 1, well, I don't know, it just didn't really interest me. It wasn't really that much of a beat 'em up. It was more of like a Donkey Kong style platform. I don't know how to say that. You go left to right, go up, left to right, through different pipes. It's hard to describe. But it wasn't that good. The graphics didn't look very appealing, and it just kind of got boring after a while. But the second one, thankfully, was much better. It was just like the arcade games. I remember when I was a kid and I went to an amusement park, I spent all my tokens on this one Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. I'm not sure what it was, but I just got addicted, bashing into enemies with different turtles. It's just a really great experience you can't find anywhere else. Plus, they improved on the colors and made the whole thing look better. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game, is really, really fun. And you can also play 2-player, which is really fun, fighting with one of your friends. And that's fun, too. I think I'll have to make a second part here. But, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next episode. If you need a question, just comment me. I'll try to be as active as I can. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Sorry for sounding a little bit, dry. That's probably because, I have allergies. So, I don't know. I'll see you all later. And, stay tuned for part 2.